Hey man, what it is? This is Dame, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to Cash App. Show your boys some love. There go to PayPal at Dean by any means. Y'all see that heart with the dollar sign? Well, that's the super chat. You could press that at any time your heart desires. Please say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much appreciated, y'all. You know what you could do for free? You can hit that like and subscribe button. Please don't be no eavesdropper. It ain't good for your health. Please don't be no eavesdropper. Brian Norman Jr. and Brian Norman Sr. back at it again. I was right again. Say it with me, y'all. I let people talk. They like to talk because you get to see how full of ish they are. I'm just saying, I told y'all this would happen. Go back to my Brian Norman Sr. video that I did a month, 2-3 months ago. I said every time that you wasn't hearing from Brian Norman Jr. and Brian Norman Sr. Soon as Boots get a fight get announced or the Virgil Ortiz stuff was going on, oh, guess miraculously who's on Mill City Boxing? Y'all, this stuff is so pathetic and so predictable. Now everybody glazing Brian Norman Jr., who just fought a trash man and he knocked him out, and everybody is going, oh, wow. For what? For what? What did he do? He ain't fight Karen. Let me show y'all how much y'all so fake. Y'all wanted to give Boots a hard time for Karen Kuka Dodgers and say don't nobody know Karen. Meanwhile, Karen is actually ranked high and better than all of the rest of the other welterweights that's even in the rankings that's like top guys. Brian Norman Jr. fights somebody that we don't care about, and y'all clapping the hands. This is amazing to me. Brian Norman Jr. is exposed for sitting up there and got the nerve to talk about Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios' fight, I forget who Mario Barrios was fighting, but his fight on Netflix was way more challenging than your fight that you just had, Brian Norman Jr. How dare you talk about Mario Barrios don't get to just sit in the corner and hold the belts. Meanwhile, you turned down a unification, was willing to be the co-main, talking about how young you are, and you ain't got to fight Boots right now. But you got the nerve to talk about Mario Barrios, who been fighting championship level competition. You haven't, my guy. The audacity. So you get to babysit your belt, but Mario Barrios can't move the same way. Hypocrisy at its finest. These guys is hilarious. So Mario Barrios can't babysit his belt, but you can. Senior exposed because, we ready for Boots. Yeah, we want Boots next. Y'all been saying that for a year now. You turned down the fight. So now it ain't no excuses, y'all. After April 12th, Brian Norman Jr. say he ain't got nothing lined up. Jaron Boots Ennis is about to fight. So that means they both would have fought around the same time. Then there ain't no excuses. Set it up. Don't try to go to Mario Barrios, my guy. Why you ain't mentioning Boots' name, Junior? Don't try to go to Mario Barrios, because that's the fight I actually think you're going to try to make. You're not trying to fight Jaron Ennis, even if he beats Stan Jonas. You're going to go try to fight Mario Barrios. And shout out to Greg Hackett, because I seen something that Greg Hackett said. Shout out to Greg Hackett. Go like, share, and subscribe to GHB TV. Again, shout out to my guy, Greg Hackett. Go like and subscribe to GHB TV. He said he think that Brian Norman Jr. and Sr. dropped the belt before they unify with Jaron Ennis, because all his dad keep talking about how young his son is, and he the youngest champion this, and he the youngest champion that, and they ain't got a rush talking about they made double than they made their last fight. I hope you did. You only made 100,000 last time. Hey, y'all, more than double, like 350, y'all. He trying to talk like it was a check. This is why you gotta check people. Ooh, that's bars. He trying to talk like it was a check. That's why you gotta. It wasn't 1.7 million. Did you have to pay taxes? That's all I want to ask Brian Norman Sr. Did y'all have to pay your manager and pay taxes out of what you just made? Because you made more than double what you said, right? 40 mil bill, what they call them. These Earthmen are sick. Soon as this son come off and fight, Boots gotta fight. Oh, they the toughest guys in the world now. Oh, they want to fight Godzilla now. Okay, after April 12th, and we let like a month go by, then I want to hear y'all talking senior and junior and actually trying to make the unifications. That's what y'all said. Y'all said y'all ready, right? So jaronennis wound up getting both of the belts, and y'all said, Brian Norman Jr., words not mine, that Mario Barrios is over there sitting in the corner ducking and hiding. Then y'all, it should be no excuses, right? We all know jaronennis wants to fight you. See, the difference is where y'all did a bad job at. This is not Virgil Ortiz situation. It ain't too many people out there that don't think jaronennis wants to fight you. So put it like this, Brian Norman Sr. and Jr. If y'all actually try to make the fight, most of the boxing community knows the fight will happen. For sure. Because it ain't too many people that's doubting that jaronennis don't want to fight. I let people talk that like to talk because you get to see how full of ish they are. Y'all did not predict that Brian Norman Sr. and Jr. would do this. Just put a yes, Dean. You predicted that in the comments. I'm just asking y'all. Didn't I predict that they would do this? And then they get mad at me for saying I was right again on my predictions. Then why? How can I predict? I don't know Brian Norman or Brian Norman Sr. How can I predict what they do? Because people move a certain way when they want to be a duck. What mama always say? When it look like a duck, it quack like a duck. It ain't no mongoose. I stole that from Stephen A. Smith. He's been having not the best of weeks. Talking about Mario Barrios sitting in the corner and babysitting a belt. You just fought somebody who came off about to go to Cinco de Mayo. What are you talking about? Who you for, Chavez? What was that guy named, y'all? Whoever he was, I ain't know him. He ain't that deal. He got knocked out in the third round. Can't be that deal. I'm just saying. So, my guy, we should have no excuses now. Brian Norman Jr. said he ready. He want Boots next. He said that too. Don't get it twisted. He said that too. Brian Norman Sr. said we saw all we needed to see, and we ready for Boots. And I told y'all I just needed to see some things. Well, this Amontes thing, y'all, this fight should give you a bunch of answers. Y'all should see everything y'all needed to see by this point. Come down Philly and come holler at the boy. And y'all can fight in Atlantic City if you like that, even though that's not a neutral zone. I don't know who told y'all that. It's not in Philadelphia, what somebody in the debate told me. But if you from our area, you know 95% of the building. If you know, you know. Whatever. Don't put it in Atlantic City if you wanted to be neutral. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to just tell you what the real is. You could do whatever you want to do. You ain't going to see nothing but Eagles jerseys and red pea hats. And Timberland boots and a bunch of beards in the crowd talking about you want a neutral. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Oh, whatever. But like I said, y'all, I predicted this. This is how people move when they want to be a duck. We already know what it is. I told y'all they would do this. I just want y'all to know that I don't want to hear no excuses, but I can guarantee y'all this something, y'all. I'm about to predict something else. I guarantee you Brian Norman Jr. and Brian Norman Sr. don't fight jaronennis next. I guarantee you that they take another fight. They use some type of excuse. They blame it on Bob Arum. They do something. I predict this, and I'm predicting it now. Jaronennis and Brian Norman Jr. not going to fight next, and it ain't going to be because of jaronennis. This is all I'm going to say, y'all. Jaronennis, go try to get that Mario Barrios strap, bro. He's not going to fight you. Brian Norman Jr., you got to put in a corner for that man to fight you. With his daddy over there, they not fighting jaronennis next while it's another belt still out there. They not going to do that. They not going to really feel the pressure until Boots do what Earl Spence do, get all three. They trying to take the Terrence Crawford route. Y'all already know what this is, though, right? Dame by any means. And I holla at y'all.